Have you thought about swapping out your snow boots for flip-flop tan lines? If so, Tampa is known for its sunshine, diverse culture, and thriving economy, and it's quickly becoming a top choice for new residents coming to Florida. But before you pack your bags, you have to ask, is moving to Tampa still worth it? Stick with me to better understand the cost of living in Tampa compared to the quality of life you get here, and then you can decide if salting your margaritas is better than salting your driveways. Stay tuned. The idea of living in a sunny paradise with beautiful beaches in your backyard and endless things to do is appealing to anyone, but not if you can't afford it. So let's start by diving into what it costs to live here, compare it to other similar areas in the state and around the country. Then let's jump into what makes Tampa such a special place to live to see if the juice is really worth the squeeze. And for those of you that are new to me, I'm Morejon, a Tampa native born and raised, and more importantly, a realtor and a team leader. So if you're thinking of moving to the Tampa area, give us a shout and my team would love to help you find your next home. And after this video, check out my channel because we make videos just like this, showcasing everything from the best places to live in Tampa to the endless things to do. Kicking things off with good old data, so you're not just having to take my word for it, I'm using the Economic Development Council cost of living and cross-referencing that with Numbio's quality of life index. I will go through some of the data, then share some of my personal expenses along the way. And if money is of no importance and you just want the goods, then skip over to why you need to live here. Now, watch out because I'm coming out hot and please don't shoot the messenger. But Tampa is actually not as expensive as you would think. I'm not saying it's what it used to be, but check out this data from the EDC comparing Tampa to similar sized metros, not only in Florida, but around the country. And I was pleasantly surprised to see how we fared. In Florida, it shows Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Vero Beach, and Orlando all being more expensive than Tampa. And we are slightly more expensive than Tallahassee and Jacksonville, but come on, really? Then we compared it to similar larger metros around the country. We are again on the more affordable side of things. But let's not stop there. I took it a step further to get a breakdown of what goods actually cost in Tampa. As I scroll down this list, you will see milk runs around $4.39, a dozen eggs $4.28, unless you like your chickens having room to run, then you're probably gonna pay a little more, but my favorite buy in the grocery store are bananas at 71 cents per pound, and a loaf of bread costs just over $3. Gas currently hovers around $3.50 as I'm shooting this video in July of 2024, and let's jump into the juicy stuff. An apartment rental will run you around $1,900 for a 1-bedroom in the city, $1,586 outside of the city, and for a 3-bedroom, around $3,587 in the city and $2,660 outside of the city. Now this will obviously fluctuate, but it's not that far off, with the average monthly net salary running right around $5,200 a month. Some are okay on one salary, but to live comfortably, you will often see a 2-income household. If you're single and you want to live in the city, you better love your eggs and bananas. That's all I'm saying. But what if you aren't much of a renter? What if you prefer home ownership? As of mid-year in 2024, the median price of a single-family home is $423,000, climbing 4.2% from this same time last year. The real estate market in Tampa has started to slow down, and that's not a bad thing, but locals are starting to feel the effects of increased prices, insurance rates, and adjusted property taxes. Speaking to you from a local's perspective, insurance rates have been the biggest roller coaster this past year. And here's a simple tip. Insurance costs are affecting older homes more so than newer built homes. So if it makes sense for you, shop newer. For example, I live in a 1970s home that's around 2,700 square feet in the city. My insurance shot up to over $6,000 in 2023 and finally just came back down a tad around $5,500 in 2024. But my same house as a new build in the suburbs would only run around $2,000 per year. Now, same goes with energy bills. Newer homes are built more efficiently, and so where my monthly energy bill runs around $300 to $400 per month, it would only be about half that with a new home. Now, going back to the EDC chart for a moment, we can see the different categories that make up the cost of living index, comprised of groceries, housing, utilities, healthcare, and goods and services. As we scan through, it looks like groceries, utilities, and transportation are all just above the national average, yet housing, healthcare, and goods and services are all below it. And this leads me into my next thoughts. While Tampa is not New York or California, it's also not Mobile, Alabama. It's a thriving city, and the cost of living is on par with what you would expect in a major metro. So with all these new residents still wanting to move to Tampa, what's the big draw? Well, Tampa, Florida is a melting pot of cultures, with immigrants from Cuba, Spain, Italy, Germany, and more flavoring the city's food and art scene. The best place to experience this mashup of cultures is in Ybor City, one of only 3 National Historic Landmark districts in Florida. Unlike other major metros, Tampa has an affordable cost of living and is an excellent place to build a business. Plentiful sunshine, convenient beach access, and a variety of living options often seal the deal for newcomers. In my recent video, I made the claim that Tampa was the best place to live in Florida, and here's why. From waterfront parks to museums and easy-to-reach beaches, Tampa, Florida residents have no shortage of fun ways to spend their weekend. Great weather all year round and professional sports teams to cheer on, plus a 2.6-mile riverwalk lined with fun things to do and see add to the appeal. All of these fantastic amenities are a big reason why Tampa is one of the best places to live in Florida, but I can't stop there. The median age in Tampa is 36 years old, which means not only is it not the sleepy town Florida is somewhat known for, the city is a magnet for young professionals. There are plenty of career opportunities too, as Tampa Bay is a growing hub for IT and life science industries. And Tampa is also a destination for company headquarters and has a strong defense and security industry. The region's 80 colleges and tech schools provide companies with a strong talent pipeline, allowing residents to train for new careers or level up their skills. Now let's focus a bit more, starting with our weather. Tampa's winters are mild. Like, it might be 70 degrees on Christmas mild, and our summers are humid and hot, but mid-90s hot. It's actually never gone over 100 degrees. Almost every summer day will have a chance of rain, but it goes away just as fast as it started, and voila, the sun is back out. In fact, we average over 246 sunny days per year, so don't worry about those vitamin D deficiencies here. Most of the year, our trees are green and flowers flowering, but locals mostly love the weather in Tampa because we get to enjoy the endless things to do here all year round. Locals have a saying that we live where others vacation, and that's because Tampa's our playground. We have one of the top-rated river walks in the country that offers a scenic pathway for jogging and biking along the waterfront, connecting some of Tampa's top attractions. For adrenaline junkies, Busch Gardens has all the thrills you need, packed with roller coasters and an African safari that even rivals our local Tampa Zoo, making it a must-visit for families. If you're into history and culture, explore the historic Ybor City, known for its Cuban heritage, vibrant nightlife, and hand-rolled cigars. Art enthusiasts will appreciate the Tampa Museum of Art and the Salvador Dali Museum over in nearby St. Petersburg. For sports fans, catching a Tampa Bay Bucks, Rays, or Lightning game is something we're always up for, and let's talk about Tampa become a foodie haven. With an array of restaurants offering everything from fresh seafood to Cuban delicacies, you can't go wrong with local staples, but the Michelin Guide, give it a peek, as we now have 30 restaurants on the list with bragging rights. Whether you're visiting the beaches, exploring our parks, or enjoying the diverse dining options, Tampa Bay has a little something for everyone. Tampa's local economy is the cornerstone of its high quality of life. The city, it's buzzing with job opportunities in healthcare, finance, IT, and defense, making it easy for folks to find work they love. Companies like Baycare Health Systems and Publix, along with a growing tech scene that some are nicknaming Silicon Bay, keep the job market thriving. Plus, Tampa's major port boosts trade and logistics, adding even more economic muscle. And let's not forget about the cherry on top. Florida has no state income tax, so your money goes further here. All these factors make Tampa a fantastic place to live, work, and play, blending economic stability with a laid-back lifestyle. Now, taking a look at Numbio's quality of life rankings, does it shock you that Tampa is ranked number 1? The index focuses on things like purchasing power, safety, healthcare, property price to income ratios, and yes, it considers the cost of living, but we don't want to just rely on data, right? For families and individuals alike, Tampa provides excellent educational and healthcare services. The city is home to top-rated public and private schools, and if you're looking for higher education, University of South Florida has you covered. Go Bulls. Now, on the healthcare front, we have top-notch facilities like the Moffitt Cancer Center and Tampa General Hospital, offering some of the best medical care in the country. In Tampa, parents get to rest easy knowing their children have access to quality education and healthcare. Living in Tampa, it means immersing yourself in a vibrant community that knows how to live it up. Whether you're a craft beer enthusiast or a fan of the arts, there's always something happening here. The brewery scene, it's hopping. See what I did there? And many don't know this, but there are over 100 breweries in Tampa Bay with local favorites like Cigar City Brewing and Coppertail Brewing. If performing arts are more your thing, the Straz Center for the Performing Arts hosts everything from Broadway shows to local productions. And yes, I've been. My wife dragged me down to a Pretty Woman musical, but I got payback when Bert Kreischer tore the roof off with his comedy special came into town. And let's not forget about the calendar packed with events and festivals. Gasparilla, our pirate festival, turns the city upside down, while the Tampa Bay Margarita Festival keeps things lively with music and, of course, margaritas. From food festivals to outdoor concerts, Tampa's diverse lineup of events ensures that there's never a dull moment, making it a fantastic place to enjoy a rich, fulfilling lifestyle. When figuring out if living in Tampa is worth its weight, let's remember the study from the EDC showed Tampa as a more affordable place to live compared to similar-sized metros around the country. And if we combine that with Numbio's ranking Tampa #1 for quality of life, you would think it's a no-brainer, but it's not that simple. I always say that there's a lid for every pot, and living in Tampa simply isn't for everyone. If you're thinking about moving to Tampa, reach out to my team, as we would love to walk you through the different questions you might have about living here. And ultimately, we would love to be your local real estate team of choice when finding your next home. Make sure to check out my channel for more videos just like this. And until the next one, I'll catch you later.